today's stream. My hair is a complete fucking mess. I didn't put my moisturizing conditioner or some BS in, so it's yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry for the visual. Let's quickly move this down here. Just because I'm gonna have everything on there, so that'll be easier. Let me just set everything up. I kind of want today to be a short stream, so art stream, and yeah, I don't know, there isn't really much to say about it. I had something in mind that I wanted to draw, but I've forgotten what it was. God damn it. Actually, hold on. That's about A4. I'm just not feeling the best because of what happened yesterday, so I thought just chill and train for a bit. It just reminds me of myself because my dog started screaming. How many people do you think join certain Discord groups because they like the effect it has, whatever it's called? I keep seeing stuff with this game called Mecha Chameleon. I don't have anyone I want to play it with though, so come. Hey, what's up, Manny? I'm just waiting a moment so I can move some stuff over. I left my notifications on because I have a friend I want to get in to contact me. I want to be contactable, so. Unfortunately today, for fuck's sake, I got chocolate all over my fucking trousers. Chocolate cake in front of me, just to explain that one. No, there's something else I also wanted to try out. You know, let me open up another one. New. Actually, I'm gonna do because the next one I want to do is also just a single character. I just want to figure out which one I wanted to do today. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just draw a whole A1 sheet of this. Can't say that word. This dude. Save. This one would be Gindo Approach 2026. I saw someone was talking about how they wanted to. Ah, there was something else I also wanted to do. No, let's put the last one off. I was gonna do like a mecha thing because I've been seeing that like battle thing going around. I guess I can do Gindo first because the other thing requires me to have my phone. I was gonna start working on this and putting this into digital. Sorry, I'm used to having my camera there, not here. So yeah, you get to enjoy my Gundam. I don't know, my mess I've got here. There we go. Maybe you can see at least half of it when how stuff is moving. Let's pop that away. Let's leave that for there. All right. Mr. Duke of Darkness showed up and then just dipped immediately. Fair play. I know you're bad. Okay, I guess the thing's just not showing my viewers. Bit weird. Oh, now everything shows up. Okay, there you go. If anything seems off with the stream quality, just be aware that I am now back on the Ethernet cable. So it should be better, but it might not be. I'm going to grab a quick picture of the character I I'm going to use for this. But I made this character a very long time ago for a fan fiction. So don't judge too hard. No, I don't want to lay up. Hold on. Reference image. Let me reference image. So this is a character called Gindo. I made him a very long time ago. So do excuse the shitness. I can't tell if it was because I was into Has-Been Hotel at the time or what, but his face looks very reminiscent of it. Okay. This is during a period of time where I came off of having just been I just had a bunch of comments from my teacher about how I need to have more tone, and I was still figuring out how to put into my pieces. As you can see, there is a lot of like awkward same color shading for stress marks. Weird semen on the back as well. A whole bunch of weirdness. God, he looks like such a faggot. He looks like such a faggot. Oh, goodness. Okay. So let's first just take the eyes real quick. First off, so this is based on a Naruto fanfiction that I made when I was younger. I don't remember what age I was, to be honest. 15 is my default age, so let's just say 15. And you can see from this that he has, if you know anything about like the Naruto movies or anything like that, or just really anything about Naruto, there's something called the Tensei gun, and that's what this is. It's kind of like this blue flower thing I've drawn here. On the other side, he has a you know, the classic. He has a Mangiek. But I was trying to figure out how to make it unique, and for some fucking reason I have this design is what came out of that. It's like what, orange? Which is kind of alright, but it doesn't work with this art style especially, so we're gonna ignore it. Not because... Okay, I can't move any. I was gonna like, because I can't see anything. I fuck it. Whatever, you just can't see that side of the screen. Maybe it would be better to just go from up here. Just trying to figure out where to do this bloody... Hold on. Okay, then. It might just be better to do that. Not think too hard about it. That was not meant to fall. There we go. Yeah. Fuck's sake. Hold on. Yeah, that's work. Anyway, back to work. I don't know, I've got to think about what kind of eyes he has as well, because for this one, I basically just had that as his eye type. Which does work, because if you've watched Naruto, that's basically how their eyes look. It's like that, and then like, you know. No, it doesn't even have that, it's just usually just a dot. Like that. Like this guy's Sai, I believe, has literally that eye type. But it's a bit fucking boring, so I'll try and think through some other options in the next hour I'll be on here. Outfit wise, if I'm correctly, I was meant to be going off of the I don't know how to. Hold on. Let me bring it up. Give me a second. Yeah, this motherfucker was meant to be based on his fit, but specifically when he's younger. I think. So this isn't quite right. Let me just redesign that. Oh, my eraser's working today. Very nice. First off, let's see how. I guess I could compare how they do it in the anime to how it would actually look. You know, why am I doing it like this? Give me a second. Hold on one moment. I want to use this page instead. This is a Magic the Gathering deck I'm working on. Around like that. That way I can just hide off the one that has like hundreds of tabs already. All right. What is his What is Hagoromo's coat? Outfit? Cool. It's just a full length. Okay. Full length kimono with what does that say? High collar. Why would I have a hijab? The fuck? Okay, so you know how none of these have high collars? And they're all not kimonos? That's not a fucking kimono. How do I search for it specifically in... This is not a kimono. Japanese kimono, full length with height. I can't spell color. Collar. Yeah. Collar. Like this. That's kind of cool. I can't lie. There's, I don't know. Weird trousers though. Full skirt. Just only really seen Shibiden, but yeah, I'm a fan of the franchise. Imagine if there was a tab for your tabs that we can keep a bunch of tabs folded and have new stuff. I do that, and I still don't have enough space. I still don't have enough space. I want hair like this guy. I like his hair. Anyway, so just take that real quick. Let's grab... I actually quite liked this one as well. It's not accurate at all, but I kind of mess with it. So maybe I'll take some inspo from it. It doesn't have to be directly Hagoromo's robe. We just need that part of the robe, so we don't need the rest of it. We don't need like the extra coat over the top, which most kimonos seem to have for men. So let's just skip over this. Maybe I need to look for a Chinese one. That might be the way to go. Insert as reference imager as a monitor. And then finally, I want to grab one from when they were kids in, I assume, Boruto. Side note, I feel like it should have been way easier for people to get Rinnegan. I feel like the difficulty that they give you is not the same as the actual difficulty of getting one. Anywho, I do read chat, yes. Sorry, hi. I'm just looking for stuff on the side to get reference images. Alright, let's figure out this bloody outfit that I was trying to go for. Back in the day. Back in my day. Just first... Oh, wrong button. Let's just first basically just steal this. Don't worry, no. I read where I can. And try to read where and when I can. That's not like I keep doing this thing where I just cut off the ends. Problem is they have this belt here in the middle, which is not the most. They both have belts, but this guy has like the one kimono on the planet that does not have a belt. And then his. Hold on, what the fuck does it do here? It's like it goes around and then doesn't come out on the other side. There's no hint. What do I like to draw? I draw on a screen tablet. I draw on a monitor tablet thing. What do I like to draw? Anything really, as long as it fits my interests. Because some other chick has showed up in my coop. I keep warm for my root. What the fuck are you saying? You what now? Okay. Fair play. Mm-hmm. Actually, how long are kimono sleeves? Let me just check that real quick. Kimono sleeve. Because I get it's meant to drape, but I don't know how far down. Cartoons. There's a guy I used to watch quite frequently, Pop Cross, who does cartoons, if you wanted to check out like a specific channel for that. I used to be part of his server, and then he stopped managing it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it seems like kimono sleeves just go up normally. So I'm just on another screen looking at that. Let me just remove this whole thing because I don't like how it looks. Let's just. Yeah, I don't have it made by. Oh well, let's just make that bigger. You drew Chun-Li, okay. Fair play. I know one thing about Chun-Li, and that is her outfit, of course. Okay, so just redoing that. Just do the same on this side. And the whole idea is then... Should have done this on a lower opacity, I can't lie. Hold on. Yes, the outfit is what everyone goes to see Chun-Li for. Nothing else, ever. Of course. Well, at least you're understanding how I talk, man. Cheeky shagger. Damn. That, I mean, it is accurate to what I'm saying, so can't really deny it. And then, I don't know, just... I don't know what I'm drawing the head. Let me just not do that right now, because I'm not feeling like drawing a head right now. So, basically, it would... basically, it would be like that. There seems to be something locking it here, and then it comes back down. Drawing anime. Yeah, I kind of suck at drawing women. I need to practice, to be honest. I don't have enough opportunities to, though. Maybe that should be my next project once I'm done with the two I'm currently working on. So this part basically just comes down a bunch, and then where his hand is, it kind of like they cut off quite quickly, surprisingly enough. So just do the same, do the same on the other side, or at least try to, you know, or something similar. Okay, then I don't know. We have that, and then I don't know, this. Everyone says a drawing. Yeah. I imagine it's probably easier for women or horny people to do it, but I just, you know, I don't currently have them bits and bobs, so it's a bit hard for me to quite wrap my head around some of the things that are probably more obvious in the figure. Plus, I've spent all my time learning how to draw men, since honestly, male physique is a lot more basic to draw. I guess, I mean, the only thing I'll change there is just make it like that, so it can pretend to be bigger at least. That's kind of like the outfit I want to go for. I clearly just gave him whatever shoes, so it's not too important for me to focus on that one. Then, do I want to give him the Son of a bitch. Hold on. Fat for some reason? Poor Chun-Li. Chun-Li, the fighter extraordinaire who, you know, constantly goes into battle if in a street. But nonetheless. Hold on 1 second, my mate is just texting me to join something. I don't really want to do gameplay on here right now. But do know I can, at the very minimum, I can in fact look at whatever you're saying, because I do still have it open. I mean, 1 moment. I say 1 moment, it's not really 1 moment. It took me 10 minutes to do this thing. What was the funny reason why you drew her fat, I guess? Whatever I'm playing keeps AFKing me, which makes me leave the server, so. While I wait for him to set that stuff up, then I guess I'll keep drawing. Yes, I am. God, that's so loud. Let me just put myself on Do Not Disturb. Now that he's told me that thing's happening, I'm just gonna put myself back on Do Not Disturb, so that's not blowing up by accident. Oh, okay. That's not that funny. But I do get like why that happens and all that. Okay, so for the collar, I mean, it's kind of simple. It's just that, right? Or am I skipping over something? I have a Discord server if you want to join. To be honest, I'm not enough Discord servers already. I don't need more. I have so many, man. Maybe in the future when I get some of my Discord servers out. No, but then these ones, that's true. I can just make it. Hold on. I'll just do that. Something. For fuck's sake. He fumbled. The corruption fades. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Hold on. Okay, I thought that we were on the same page or something, but apparently we were not. That is unfortunate, but oh well. What are you going to do? Okay, so couple buff muscular men on crosses. Okay, Manny. Even if you are like that, we'll still accept you the way you are. You know. I feel like I should add the Tamagata. Is it Tamagata or Tomoe? I think these are Tamagata. They could very well be Tomoe, and I'm just missing something. So yeah, I think You'd rather marry me than join your... Shut the fuck up, Manning. This guy literally just brought that and did not... He did not iron that shirt, that kimono at all. Just ignore Manny. He's a bit of, what's it called? Got a bit of an addiction. You've already drawn one, you'll send it and sketch for the second one. I won't be able to check it out quite yet because my phone went out of battery before stream. It is charging, so it's probably charged up already, but I don't really feel like going on it. I don't really feel like doing that, so. No, his line... My assumption was that this was much... Okay, no, I'm actually wrong. It's not... It doesn't end even by the arse. It ends later. When is it? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, got you. Okay, now I figured it out. So it goes down a bit. Then we have our thing here. And then we have an additional line like that. I think. Okay. I should probably also add the fact that there would be... What, this? Automatically. So I guess... I mean, I basically was just going for an inverse of everything. So that... So if I just, like, pretend I've added, you know, the black to it using your lovely lines. You can just do that. Okay. And then for the... I feel like I should add the tomo anyway, because it's a bit boring when it's just a plain black kimono. And most kimonos do have some sort of print on them. It kind of makes me want to make a print for it, but I'm not doing that. So, you want me to do some? I mean, well, to be fair, it is different across the outfits. Oh, well, whatever. So, just let me go back. Okay. So, something like this. To be fair, I always got to think positively. At least Manny doesn't have an addiction to, like, Pokemon or something. A print would be nice, but there's something that the show. Yeah, true. It does make it feel pretty cheap, though, when you think about the fact that he's, you know, like, the ruler of an entire civilization. If not basically their god. You'd expect more from him. But he's also made by the, you know, the same guy who was okay with adding fucking dinosaurs to his later parts. Yeah, because obviously he did in fact have some... Sorry, I got lazy. I'm just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm doing like this. That's wrong. No, it's not. Shit, okay. Maybe we twist it slightly and bring it down. If I was a Pokemon Gooner, the world would shift in balance. I'd be the honored one. What do you mean? You like bust so many nuts over it that you like you add mass. I found out recently actually about that whole thing where you can, like, the world borrows energy from itself. on like a macro, is it macro or microscopic level, and on a macroscopic level they have the whole thing where oh goodness, what is it? On a microscopic level, like to the point where you can see Planck's, there's like Planck's distances and stuff. They borrow energy to create new particles that immediately destroy themselves, or something along those lines. And then on a macroscopic level, there is a matter, dark matter or whatever, which produces more of itself and is technically everywhere. And there is an infinite amount that's constantly growing, which is expanding the universe further, which is an interesting thing to think about. It also made me think that based on like what people have said about the world and all that stuff, since those are macroscopic and microscopic levels, then theoretically, firstly, there should be something in the in-between that could be done. But also on the in-between level, oh shit, corruption again. I don't know. I started thinking that maybe the universe borrowed energy from itself to create itself. Just random thought there, you know? So yeah, so what is your favorite Pokemon to go into then, Manny? Since I can't draw for a second because I need to sort something out for a friend. Goon is such a funny word. Yeah, that's like one of the. It's like a weird law of reality that goes against itself. I don't know the exact reasons why, but basically on a macroscopic level, the universe is being pushed by a separate force, which is believed to be like, or is considered to be some sort of like application of, thingy of. Oh my goodness, my words aren't coming to me. It's meant to be basically okay. Sorry, I'm moving around in the game and I can't think. So on a macroscopic level, there isn't like they haven't found a way to explain it yet. Essentially, so somehow there is a property in the world that is considered like a, I don't know, like dark matter or something. Which for some odd reason basically decides that oh shit. Okay. Sorry. Sorry about that. Just there's something I need to do in a game with a friend that basically caused me to just not think for a second. So on a macroscopic level, there's some sort of shadow energy, fucking whatever it's called. There is a term for it, dark matter or whatever. And dark matter basically allows for this idea that there is an ever-expanding particle or matter that is constantly expanding. It makes up all of the universe that isn't there, and so on and so forth. So it basically leads to, as the universe continues, it's already getting pushed out naturally because the universe is an explosion, which means it is growing in light speeds constantly every moment of every single second, but to a ridiculous degree. However, it's growing faster than it should be logically if it's from an explosion. Yeah, no controller, but close enough. So there is a video I watched on this literally a couple of days ago. This is also this was me coming off of something else that was related to it that got me sick, feeling sick. But it's only observed on a macro scale. It's not observed on like minute scales. It's not observed on hour scales. It's like from the biggest picture of the universe. The idea is as it expands, not only is there a force from the explosion, but also something that is pushing it actively open, which is a dark matter sort of thing. Then there is an additional thing that on a microscopic level is basically producing new energy and matter. So like on a very, very small scale, oh, I should actually go into my inventory. On a very, very small scale, on Planck lengths, this is like literally, you could never see this probably, but it's like, I think there's a term for it, which is like, it's something foam, Planck foam. I don't know. It's got weird term like proton foam, some sort of small thing foam. And that foam is kind of, it's basically where on a microscopic scale, every single second, like constantly, there is something happening where matter and energy is being produced to create particles, and then those particles are being used to like do something, but they basically immediately get destroyed afterwards. And basically, the way it was described to me was that the universe borrows energy from itself. I don't know the specifics behind it, but yeah, it borrows energy from itself to produce more particles to do something, and then like it ends because it can only borrow it for so long while continuing with things. It's kind of the idea of like, and but by the way, this is observable. This is the reason why if you had like two sheets of metal next to each other in like a vacuum, they'd start going towards each other because of this sort of effect. But yeah, I think it's really cool. I'll be honest, I think it's pretty fucking cool. I thought I got the corrupted mana crystal. Okay, I did. That's kind of cool. But yeah, it's very interesting. I found that was part of, ironically, that was part of the reason I felt sick earlier. I wasn't feeling well because I don't like death, basically in layman's terms. And my friend was talking to me about that sort of stuff in the idea of everything expanding. I probably shouldn't be talking about it because I'm going to feel more unwell later on, but oh well. In social environments, what do you mean, like black? What do you mean, like black people push other people away? No, they reproduce very quickly. No, no jokes. Maybe, but yeah, that's kind of. It's really weird because it implies that the universe borrows from itself, which it's just an interesting thing to think about because the idea behind what you said originally is that the idea is that matter and energy, or matter or energy or whatever, cannot be destroyed. It can only change form. Which basically that goes against the very idea of that, but somehow it works. It's an odd thing to think about. Truly. 15% more magic monster. What the fuck does that do? Huh? Let me message my friend real quick. I found that stuff quite interesting. Okay. Okay. That's out of the way. Let me just pop that back open just to make sure it's still open. And let's get back into drawing it. But yeah, notions like that are scary, but when I know the details, it makes me feel more comfortable with it and more excited. I will throw up if I talk about this anymore. I'm going to actually stop now because I'm genuinely feeling ill. Anyway, let's go back to this. Shoes-wise, I mean, I'm pretty sure that this body, what it ends... torso, thing, leg, knee, leg. There should be feet right there, basically. But that feels too short. I can't lie. Something like that should work. Certain ideas are adopted to give rise to new ones, but they are foregone when discussing the history of the idea of being. Yeah, I guess. I do find the idea of the universe borrowing from itself, though, really funny. Like, what do you mean? You're the universe. You should be able to sort this out. I will say, though, the description of how I was given it did make me think of, like, it felt like I was listening to a description of, like, magic or cultivation in mangas, and I was just thinking to myself, damn. Imagine if it was real, but we just don't know how to do it. Sad, but interesting. Anyway, let me grab the last couple of features. So here's a horn. But I do need to remember that for the horn, I was doing this based on... Back when Ishiki... When I first found out about Ishiki, I was reading a fanfic on the character and all that other shit. Ishiki, Momoshiki, all those facts. And... yeah, like... I was not aware of any of the lore. I did not know any of the reasons why this twit existed, any of its information. I mean, it's never been this bad. It's only gotten this bad recently, and when I was drinking. But yeah, the idea is that, so this character, he's from my fanfic about Naruto. Again, based on a time where Boruto didn't have that much information out, or I wasn't aware of much information, and instead, it was basically it was a really fucking long time ago. And I was reading this fan fiction that someone else had made, where they were talking about like how alternate ways that they could have interacted, going expanding on the lore for the past of Naruto. And one of the things they went over was kind of about this sort of stuff. But yeah, so I had a lot more positive thoughts on the Boruto situation because it didn't fucking have enough content out yet. And then eventually I watched it and it was dog shit. And then I heard people talk about it's dog shit and I just never liked it. So that was unfortunate because the way that guy wrote that fanfic was really good. Anyway, the idea was meant to be it was quite paler, blue hair because he was meant to be like Ishin hooked up with a Hyuga because in that idea he would have been... I basically went on kind of a darker idea for the lore. The idea being that Ishiki and Kaguya, obviously, they would have arrived at the same time, which I think is canonical that did happen. No, it didn't, did it? I'm trying to remember now. I can't remember. But the idea here was that, like, they came at the same time to our, like, our world. But Kaguya like betrayed him or something along those lines, and he attacked her. It was a weird thing. I'd have to look back up through my own fanfic and the other person's fanfic to remind myself of what was going on there. But basically, because of that, Ishin was depowered for a really long time. And during that time, basically, just imagine this frustrated dude who just he has to live among these quote unquote insects. Keep in mind, this was before Omni-Man. I had this idea, so I wasn't just stealing from the whole, his whole speech and all that. And during that time, he basically just hooked up with some random women, and one of them happened to be a Hyuga one time, and the kid happened to be this character. It's been a hot minute since I wrote this, so I don't fully remember what the details were. But my idea behind him was he was meant to be one of those sorts of characters who's more scientific, abusing his own genetics. But also that idea of a character who kind of hides himself at the start. So now, if I were to rewrite it, probably wouldn't be the same. But as of now, that's just kind of his vibe. He's that classic fanfic character of he's really talented, but he's pretending to not be talented or whatever. The easy explanation is just that they thought his mum was cheating or was doing this and just fucking on the side, so which he was. So because he wasn't like a fully blooded Hyuga, he was just treated as like a. If you've got the main clan, you've got the branch clan, and then you've got whatever the fuck this motherfucker is. So he was talked down to, treated horribly his whole life, that sort of thing. Kind of basically treated like a pest. That's the idea I'm going for. So, yeah. Now this would have been really later down the line. So this is like, fuck, this guy's got like a karma mark as well. Like this guy is like far down the line. But that is kind of like the idea behind it. I had like a short thing where at the end of one of my chapters I did like a future view, and the future was meant to be he was making a fucking devil fruit. He's not a transmigrator, just to clarify. He's not transmigrating. But yeah, he made a devil fruit based on the tail beasts, Kekkai Genkai. Anyway, that's kind of the plot. So let me just draw out how I did his karma marks. I don't think karma marks can be white. That's the only real problem here. So one of them are like that, and the other one is. Did I draw hearts, or is it? I think those fucking are hearts. Hold on. Are they hearts or diamonds? Oh, they're teardrops. Teardrops meant I can't remember what it was, but teardrop tattoos used to mean something different. I'd have to look it up in like gang culture or whatever. Fuck's sake. Okay, I mean, I feel like that's just the basics I need to cover for this character. He's got hair. It's pretty standard stuff. I'm pretty sure I've seen fucking Roblox hair that looks like that. So I just got to think of what pose I want. I wish I could turn this layer into, like, convert it into a fire layer. The array can turn into a reference layer. Less eloquent when you're making work that's yours of sorts. For instance, each goes not stylized, it's clean or thing. Yeah, I mean, I made this a very, very long time ago. When I am doing like this sort of stuff, this isn't me drawing the actual piece of art. This is more like the pieces I'm making to put stuff together. If that makes sense. I don't think I can turn it into a reference layer, unfortunately. It's a bit annoying. Because if I move it off, it kind of disappears, and I want to move it. I want it moved to the side, but it's not an option. Maybe I grab. Okay, I didn't need to do that, but that works, I guess. Just grab this, move it down. I need to figure out what I want to do with this character. So, it's kind of frustrating. I drew him a couple times when I was younger because obviously it was I could just redraw it as him sitting down, to be honest. I've got an idea. You know what? Since I actively made I don't think I would have given him the sand fruit in like that's not what I would have probably given him. But but given the fact that I actually like had that in the fanfic, I might as well just make a scene where he's eating it. So let me just grab a picture of someone who's eating a devil's fruit. They've got a very sort of certain type of style, so I just want to be 100% on that one. Okay, there isn't really like a good picture I can work with, so I'll just do it. Yeah. I feel like just as a quick like sketch. I know the draw line always looks kind of cooked, but who cares? Ignore how shit the pants look. I'm not quite thinking about it right now. I'm just trying to. I don't know. Some weird devil fruit swirliness. Um, I don't really like it right now. Anyway, whatever. I'll trust my own process. So. So like, we want it like that. Well, no, it's quite like straight up. So something like that. It's okay. I'm gonna show. Let me. You know what? I'll leave that as like a template, but I think I want to start working with like actually figuring out how to make things look good, so to speak. In the sense of I want like focal points I can have be like the center of my screen or whatever. And then what? I think it's just as simple as something like that. That's not in the middle. There is no way that's in the middle. Hold on. Let me try and figure this out. Yeah, so that's the how do I do this? So I think it's oh, I can't. Not a workspace. There is a button for this, I just can't remember what it was. Is it this? I think so. And this one is that's for right angles, okay. Oh shit, my fucking thing in my frame is started, I didn't notice it. I got the thing that we need, but my friend hasn't yet, so. He's definitely stronger than me in this game. I've got more of a support class. That is so random. What would my response be? I'm not feminist. I'm a feminist as they were described many a year ago. That for sure. Like, I'm not... I wouldn't say I'm quite a... Like, I hate women or something. But I wouldn't quite say that I'm, like, a modern-day feminist. You know? Do I think women deserve rights? Yes. Do I think that those rights... Oh, shit. Benefit them? Honestly, not often. I don't actually think having rights benefits women. The main reason women were given rights was essentially because if you can get another half of the population to work for you, you get more people to work for you. You know? Which sounds bad, because it is. It's pretty fucked up, don't you think? Oh, fuck. I detached something. Ah, I fucking died. Apparently my friend died a while ago as well. Oh, that's frustrating. I said I respect women and they shouldn't be treated less. Oddly enough, that wasn't enough. What? I'm so confused. Isn't that what, like, you should want? No? What? I mean, that's better than what I said. They shouldn't be treated any less, but they also shouldn't be used for something else. Like, what I'm pretty sure that they are being used for. Unironically. So annoying that I died. So annoying that I died in game. Oh, goodness. Neutralistic stand. It's not really neutral. You're still being supportive. It's easy for anyone to adopt a label. Who are we when we forego our labels? I sought a second opinion from my sister and she said I was wrong. Did they explain why you're wrong? Because I know a lot of people who say that shit and then they refuse to say why you're wrong. But how? How are you insensitive? Was this a female friend who was expecting you to say things in like a really specific way? Isn't that quite insensitive? I would say. Anyway, let me get back into this now that I'm done with that. 6,500 to 3,250. Shit, no, that's not it. That's like 1 centimeter off, but it'll be fine. And then on this side, it's 9,500, so 4,000. Okay. Okay. Now that I've got that, I can figure out the rest. The only problem with asking me is that I am one of the, like, I'm not the most sensitive person in regards to like that sort of topic. I'm gonna say my opinion on it, and I'm just gonna, you know, hope for the best, essentially. So I want this to be the focal point, essentially, like right here-ish. Shit. No, I don't know how to do. Wait, no, you are okay. You know what? I should probably rephrase what I said. You are insensitive as fuck. That is kind of who you are. But I wouldn't blame it. I wouldn't. That isn't something that's being insensitive. Objectively, that's just not being insensitive. That's called. I actually think it's overly sensitive if you were to like actively go out of your way to be over the top about it. Sorry, I've fucking interacted with a lot of people like that, so it frustrates me to hear. Okay. Other thing I want to focus on is I want the hand to be like that big. Don't question me. Don't question me. I know what I'm doing. But because I want those two things, essentially, what we're going to do is I will go. Firstly, I want to move this. Actually, hold on. That I want to twist like this. Twisting in your butt, twin. And I'll put a dot there just to indicate that what I want you to focus on is the bite. I want that to be the top bit. And then we grab that, and then that. I don't think this is going to work. I'll be fucking honest. I don't think this is working the way I wanted it to. Because if I left it like that, how do I actually use that? You know, like how can I use this? Shit, I'm retarded. Okay, I think I can actually use it still. Okay, cool. Problem is it's not permanent, so I like almost have to take a screenshot of this first. So screenshot done. But yeah, you should worry about things in life, but not that. I was going to say something. I don't know. In that case, I don't really. I don't think that what you did was a bad thing. Like I don't know. I wouldn't quite say that I myself am like I think I can generally tell what people's intentions are, or how I come off. In fact, I think I overthink it quite a bit when it's not actually anything bad. But I definitely think that what you described to me, unless there's something that I'm completely missing, isn't that bad, and that they need to get over themselves at least slightly. So I don't know. I don't fucking know why the reference layer for this layer for me is like being a pain in the ass. I don't know why it can't just be permanently there until I like actively want it to be closed. But oh well. Okay. I do, however, have a minute worry, which is that this is a case of the blind leading the blind. Because I'm like, I physically cannot see how that there's a problem with what you said. Come on, it has to autosave just as I'm trying to like keep this in my head. Damn straight. Also, I think I chase the other chatter away. I wouldn't worry about it too much. That person, yeah, I don't think they were going to stick around. I think they were just trying to advertise the Discord. It's happened before. I've had someone who came by for the purpose of advertising his like art channel or whatever or another. I kind of like, it's kind of frustrating. I wouldn't go into other people's chats to find a way to advertise my thing. That just feels like an odd thing to do. Maybe if I was already part of a Discord channel for a while, I might mention something about my thing, but even then, I feel like that's excessive. Do you think that will work, this thing that I'm trying to do? I'm feeling like, I don't know. Because it's like, the idea that I'm going behind here is it's like this. Um, It'll probably be fine. My hair is getting in the way. Hold on. I had hairbands before that I would put on, but I can't find it. Like, as in, sorry, I have hairbands still, but as in a specific kind of hairbands where you, like, I don't know, you pull your hair back, so to speak. I don't know where they've gone though. Swear to God, I'm always bloody losing them. So I just try to give a quick look around to see if maybe they were there, but it doesn't look like they are. Maybe I have some normal headbands in here that'll help me. Yeah, hair clip will work, I guess. Okay. God, my hair. I'm so glad I'm not like showing my hair off today because it's a mess. Should I make the? No, I'm not making the mouth the focal point. All right. It doesn't really matter where this circle is. It's more so just have an idea. No, he's a Naruto character. He can't have like that wide of stuff. How much stuff it's taken. Let's put that down to let's say 20. Okay. I will say, sorry, just another thing on that previous topic. Do just remember, it's gonna sound really weird. Do remember that you aren't a woman. Like, it's so it's like an odd. It feels like an odd thing to say. I don't know, like a present day thing. Just feels a weird thing to say, but I think. What do you think? What did you know? I would just remember that it's your sister. It's I'm assuming a female friend based on the way they reacted, or a gay friend or something. We live in Nigeria now; they don't have gay friends. But they are objectively more emotional in a different way to men. So you are literally like biologically predisposed to not understand it in the same way. For fuck's sake, everyone bloody knocking on the door. Fuck me, I'm muted. Oh my fucking god, I'm muted. I fuck me. Okay, sorry about that. Damn it. I'm muted because people keep coming through the bloody door and knocking like really loudly, and then my bloody dog has to yell afterwards. Sorry. The rift becomes it's more of a like group thing. I was wondering. I wasn't getting a response. Um, I myself have experienced it because I lived with multiple women during my uni years. Sorry, like early, like last year or whatever. Um, I don't know if this is gonna work. And basically, during my uni years, I spent rather there was a really big amount of time where, especially when we were living together, like full on, because we previously lived in like an accommodation together and just happened to meet each other, and then in the second year we lived in a like shared housing thing. Um, and especially during the shared housing time, very frequently they'd make comments like, "I hate men," "kill men," um, or some other shit, basically shitting on men. Um, and I don't know if this went through. I don't know if I said this before I went on mute accidentally. Um, but basically, I think that where they may have been coming from is legitimately a place of you would have needed to actually hype up women to an exaggerated degree. You would have had to make it out to be that women are better than men, for example, off of that idea of women have been in such a negative position for so long with men that they deserve it now. So there is an actual chance. I think your best bet, like you aren't my current viewers, but like I'm gonna assume you're still there. Uh, your best bet is going to be talking to the. You need to talk to them, basically, because otherwise, for phrasing sake, I have not met up with any of those girls afterwards. I don't know where they are in life. I've stopped talking to them completely over the past year. The moment I moved out, I just stopped talking to them. So I do think it's very important that if you want to keep these relationships and if you want to improve on them, you will need to actually mention something to them and bring it up to them because yeah, if they do think it, and you need an explanation. You need to be given an explanation because otherwise, without the information, you can't be told. You're not going to take that information on. You're not going to just suddenly like it's not going to appear out of nowhere. I've been logical, I've heard their sides, and I've not been dismissive of their stress. And that women aren't women enough. What? I'll be honest, if it's your friend and your sister saying that, obviously you can't really cut off family, but I feel like at that point you're just gonna have to say, like, from now on, if they ask you, you just have to tell them, I don't think I'm the right person to ask about that. Or, I don't know, like something like you're gonna have to find a way to just avoid it. Because if you've been hearing people like that and these people are connected to those other people that you know, then you might as well fucking give up. Yeah, you have a good point. What chance do you have? I genuinely don't know. I feel like that sort of behavior is why you see a lot of men now starting to. I wanted to have the bite, didn't I? Fuck. And this hand looks bad. Shit. Let me just. You know what? I'm gonna go full on fucking. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, my eraser and my pen are mismatched. Okay, there we go. It sounds like they both wanted to have like problems with you. I don't think it was about feminism. I think it's about modern day feminism. And that means we call me emotionless in a sense. I think it's bad to have the mentality of a man is not the best. I think you need to just don't include yourself in the idea of not the best. Um, I know it might be just you're using the wrong wording for it, but I don't think you should do that because if you're already struggling with self esteem and with emotions, by telling yourself you're going to struggle with those things, it's going to just fuck you over more. We want to like kind of steer away from it, from that for you as much as possible. What if we just had it? Yeah. So goofy looking. It's just if you keep thinking negatively about it, it's just don't want that to happen. Your consciousness can't differentiate between what's implied and what isn't implied. You know? I also kind of feel like, oh, you're so. What's up, man? Stop motion. I guess I'll just call you stop motion. What's up, stop motion? Yeah, I think Manny that you were just getting trapped. That question was actively trying to like it was trying to get you out there. I'll be honest. I think you shouldn't be so self conscious of it. I think a lot of the comments that I'm understanding that you've gotten told are they are actively trying to target you. They're not trying to have a conversation with you. They're not trying to like be positive with you. I'm sure you have moments where it's truly like from a place of just like I don't understand or I don't care or whatever. But this clearly wasn't one of them. He's just. I'll let him explain it in the comments because I don't know if he wants to talk about it. Well, he's put it on the internet to be fair, so it probably is okay. But gotta make sure he's okay with it first. Don't leave stop motion. Ignore him. Ignore him. He's just. Oh, fucking. Shut the fuck up, Manny. I need new viewers. Oh my days. This guy. This guy stinks. Oh goodness. Manny is such a fucking brat. Oh my days. It's Mr. What's Up. Okay. I'm not calling you Mr. What's Up. Interesting name for sure. Oh my days. Wait a second. Oh. How do I do this? Hold on. How am I crossing my own feet? Okay, that should work. Okay. Trousers are done. I say trousers, I mean like a skirt, but it works. This face is stupid looking. I need to fix it. It's just. Me a Mario suit. How do you draw someone? Something like that, maybe. Okay, and then let's think about how do I do this. Right then. Have to go look back at my old drawing as I go through this, and then let's just draw one of those big eyes that people do, and then break that down a bit more. Okay, and then, oh goodness, I need to give him eyes. It's just still how these guys have eyes. Hold on. What am I doing all this other hard work for? I disagree with the placement I've done here, and instead I'm going to move that eye lower. I'm an artist. I'm so sorry. Just trying to figure out how to do this so it fits. What if you drew my OC? I mean, Manny, you can go for it. You've got the image there of the actually finished version. I've got some other ones, but they're really not that good, to be honest. Ugh. I think I have a traditional piece somewhere, actually, that's going to help me. So let me go find that, actually. I feel like I'll never not be able to say that I'm still getting used to how I'm meant to draw my, like, how I'm meant to draw digitally. It's always something that I feel like I'm missing. But oh well. My prof bitch is funny to draw. I mean, it's Black Star as a Sonic character that I drew while I was reading the Archie comics. It was fun to draw. To be fair, I recommend actually looking up if you do draw how they draw like Sonic characters. Forget the guy whose tutorial I used for lighting, but it really did bring that sort of colouring to life. But it doesn't work for everything, unfortunately. Feel free. I do not mind at all. It's just a fan. This one's just a fanfic character in the end, and my profile picture is a Sonic version of another character, so. I don't know that. Nope. No. Let me go grab this. That is the wrong thing. I did not want to do that. So stupid. Oh well. Actually, can I just be lazy? Yes, I can. Wonderful. I love to see it. Yeah, I need to make this better. Brotato shape. Yeah. Okay. Have a good one. Have a lovely day. Stop clicking on it for like 5 seconds. Sonic OC in the purest form. I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort you're thinking into this one. Just go for it. I've got my email on my YouTube account, so if you do finish it and you still remember my account name, feel free to send it over. I'll probably look at it next stream, to be honest, if it's already done, or in a couple streams whenever you do it. If the goes out, do something with an objective. Sides. I'll do so. Sure. How did I draw this previously? Oh, I just did a. Oh, you can't that design there. Okay. I think I'll just add a little bit extra that kind of was missing. And then I will draw out this real quick. Have you tried, actually, just out of curiosity, have you tried asking like family members or anything about that topic you spoke to me about before? Other than your sister? Like, did your mom, did your dad agree? As in, on the topic of the feminism thing, of what your sister said. Do they also agree with what she, like, her behavior towards you, with what she said, that sort of stuff? And if so, has it been the story that you've told, or is it just from your sister's perspectives and your sister and your friend's perspective? Like, as in, did they get to them first? Such. I want that, but I'm putting on his head, so let's try that now. Mm. 5G topic. Hmm. Oh shit, my computer's done this thing where it disconnects. It's gonna be annoying. Fix more so than anything. Something like that should work now. I think so. Alright, so I guess the rest of what I want to do is just Okay, I've just added that for now because I can't actually change how I want to do it. But I basically have the template down for what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's give that a quick save. Which means I think I'm going to end the stream here now. So let me just close that all up once it's done saving. I mean, feel free to ask me whenever. I have very opinionated thoughts on these sorts of things, so I am always down to chat about it. Do try to remember that, like, oh, my hair. Do try to remember that, you know, it's not just her thoughts, it's not just the friend's thoughts that matter, your thoughts do matter as well. And they do need to work a bit harder on trying to, like, actually convince you rather than insulting you and ostracizing you to prove their point. Anywho, I'm going to dip now. Have a great